Welcome guys to our free YouTube course titled Beginner's Guide to Solar Power Mastery. In this course, we'll be taking you from ground zero to a mastery level, and we'll be taking you through all the important concepts that you need to know to make you a solar. So if you are looking to go solar for your home or for your business, or you want to learn solar to become an installer or even start a business in the solar industry, then this course is for you. We'll be exploring important concepts going from the very beginning, introducing you to what solar is all about, all the way to how you can design a complete solar system for a building or even for an industry. We'll also show you how you can start a career or business in the solar industry and how to become successful at it. So guys, this is the course you were waiting for. Ensure to subscribe so that you get all the notifications every time we upload a new lesson. Enough of that, guys. Let's go into the course. For today's lesson, we'll be looking at what is solar energy and why it is important. We're going to show you an overview of what is solar energy and its role in the renewable energy sector. We will be introducing you to solar energy. Then we're going to show you the environmental benefits of solar energy. We'll move on to the economic advantages and then the solar energy's role in fighting climate change. This is a well-packed course, and I'm urging you to watch till the end so that you can get all the benefits of this course. If you are new to our channel, do well to hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified anytime we drop a new content, be it tips and tricks, be it tutorials, be it a full course like we are doing right now. You will be the first to know. Okay guys, let's get started on this lesson. So what is solar energy? Solar energy is simply the energy that we get from the sun. Living here on Earth, we all agree that the sun is a very critical factor to the sustenance of life here on Earth. The sun gives off energy in the form of light, which we all use to see in the daytime, and also in the form of heat, which we can use for various applications. Now, these forms of energy given off from the sun, both the light and the heat energy, can be harnessed. This solar energy can be harnessed using technologies like solar panel and made useful in other ways to man. For instance, you can use the photovoltaic modules to convert the light energy into electrical energy to use for your electrical appliances, and also other technologies to convert the heat to electrical energy, but that is not the scope of this course. For this course, we are only going to focus on converting the light energy using photovoltaic modules to electrical energy. Another thing you need to know about solar energy is that it is clean and it is renewable. So what does that mean? Clean energy means it is free of gas emissions. Unlike the fossil fuels, when you use petrol or diesel, it gives off an emission that is harmful to the environment and to human beings. But solar energy does not have that kind of emission, therefore it is clean. As for renewable, solar energy is always available. No matter how much you use it, it cannot deplete. That means you cannot exhaust it. Unlike fossil fuels, the more you use it, the more it reduces in quantity. But solar energy, by the time you use it for one day, the next day you are sure the sun is going to rise again and you are going to have the opportunity to use the energy all over. So it doesn't deplete, it doesn't get exhausted. That is why it is renewable energy. So you can harness this energy and use it to power your home, power your business, and power your industry. So that is what this course is all about. We are going to show you how to do this, and I urge you to stick with us from beginning to the end so that at the end you can also begin to benefit from this solar energy. Quickly, here are a few environmental benefits of solar energy. First one is that it reduces greenhouse gas emission. I've already mentioned that greenhouse gas emission simply has to do with the gases that come off the industries, that come off the vehicles, the aeroplane, and every other thing that uses fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are fuels that we dig from the ground, like crude oil, like coal, and by the time you utilize them, they give off a harmful byproduct called greenhouse gas emissions, and these things are harmful to the environment. The next point here is that it reduces reliance on fossil fuel. Presently, majority of the energy used on Earth depends on fossil fuel, and at this rate it may not be long before this form of energy has been used up. So with the adoption of solar energy, this will help to reduce the reliance on this fossil fuel. Thirdly, it improves the air quality and water quality. Now, how does it do this? I've already told you that fossil fuels gives off greenhouse gases, and these greenhouse gases pollute the air, and it also pollutes the water. Take, for instance, some places where crude oil are drilled, and then there's oil spillage that infiltrates the waters, killing the aquatic lives around it. So with solar energy, there is reduced reliance on fossil fuels, and with the reduced reliance, the greenhouse gases will also reduce, and also the effect that comes with it. Therefore, solar energy improves air quality and water quality as well. Also, it helps to preserve the ozone layer. The ozone layer is a region in the Earth's stratosphere that contains large quantity of ozone and helps in protecting the Earth by reducing the level of ultraviolet rays comes from the sun from reaching the Earth. So with the adoption of solar, and with many people switching to solar now, the greenhouse gases effect will be reduced and the ozone will be better preserved to protect the Earth the more. Up next, we move to the economic advantages of solar energy. How will this solar energy impact your own economy as an individual? First of all, it lowers electricity bill. When you switch to solar, you begin to use more of the energy from the sun, and your consumption of the energy from the grid reduces drastically. When you switch to solar energy, your reliance on the energy from the grid reduces drastically. And when I say grid, I mean the energy from the public utility. That will reduce because in the daytime, you'll mostly be using the energy from the sun. And maybe in the nighttime, when there is no sun, you can now use the energy from the grid. That way, your electricity bill will reduce drastically. Also, you can have a long-term saving with solar energy. Solar energy only requires a large investment upfront. But once you are able to make that investment, the rest is almost free because the only thing you need is just a little cost for maintenance. So with this, you can save over the long term. Now, solar energy also boosts local job creation in the solar industry. Now, new opportunities are coming up for solar installers, for solar technicians, and as more and more people switch to solar, the job opportunities just keep increasing. So this is a good time for people to learn this thing and position themselves in a way that they can benefit from this. Lastly, for the economic advantages, it reduces operation costs. Once your solar energy system has been installed, there is very little operation costs as compared to other forms or sources of energy. Like I said, after the initial investment, you don't really need much any longer. The sun is free, so every time you use it, you are just using the energy from the sun and you don't have to pay anything. The only operation cost you would have to pay for is the maintenance, maybe periodic servicing by the installers, cleaning of the panels, and then topping up your lead acid batteries with distilled water. This is very different from the fossil fuel generators where you need gas every time. You either need petrol or diesel or any other form of fuel to operate this, and the prices of these things keep going up all the time. Finally, before we wrap this up, let's look at solar's role in combating climate change. I've already mentioned earlier, the carbon byproducts given off by these fossil fuels keep reducing and reducing with the adoption of solar energy. The second one is that it enables transition to a more sustainable energy future. The adoption of solar energy means that there is a more sustainable energy future because there is no fear of the sun running out or depleting, as opposed to the use of fossil fuels, whereby these fuels are always going down. The more you use them, the more they reduce in quantity. So lastly, it supports the global effort to achieve climate goals. Many world leaders are setting goals of shifting from the fossil fuel era to the solar era. So the adoption of solar, and with many people being aware of this technology and beginning to embrace it, is going to help these countries to meet their goal. So guys, here's a recap of what we've learned today. First of all, I introduced you to solar energy as the energy given by the sun, and it comes in the form of heat and also in the form of light. Also, I showed you the environmental benefits to include the reduction of greenhouse gases and the reliance on fossil fuels. I also showed you the economic advantages that you as a human being can take advantage of, which included the reduction in electricity bill and also creating jobs in the solar industry. So guys, I hope you learned a thing or two from this first lesson. Do well to subscribe so that you can get notified as soon as we drop our second lesson and other valuable contents on this channel. Finally, if you are looking to become a solar professional, maybe you want to become a solar installer, or you want to start a new career in the solar industry, or even want to start a business in the solar industry, we have prepared a comprehensive solar training that can help you achieve your dream. In our Solar Pro training, we share with you the mindset that you need to succeed in the solar industry, as well as the technical details of how to design and install any kind of solar system. And finally, we also show you how to make a career or a business out of the knowledge that you've gathered. It's a complete package, guys. So you just need to check this out if this is what you might want to try out. So guys, that will be it for today's tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.